Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Behind the Groove podcast. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington, and we are back with another film review. Today, we are going to take a look at The Beekeeper. Now, Keo, you saw this in the theater, right?
Yeah, I watched this in the theater 2
Okay.
times.
I watched it, it came on Amazon, so I watched it just a couple days ago. And I'm surprised with this IMDb rating at 6.4. I mean,
That's too low. That's way too low.
Really, 6.4, dude. 6.4
right there,
for Jason. Anything Jason does is kind of dope. I like everything he does, dude. Even when he plays like a little, drama queen and stuff like that. I like everything he does, dude. He's like he's an underrated actor. He's really good, isn't he?
Jason's dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
When he does this grunt and he's talking, I love it, man.
Yeah.
I'm watching this guy since the Lock, Stock, Barrels, like the original back in the day. That's when I was like, oh shoot, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then he went bald, and I was like, if only he had hair, he'd be James Bond right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what? Wow. That's he would probably make a really compelling James Bond too.
James Bond.
Although
he's good at action.
Right, but with all of his movies I've seen him in, I never saw him intimate with anyone, huh?
No, I've seen that.
Really?
That. Yeah, and he's in the Fast and Furious movie with The Rock. He did. I mean, he's done stuff, right? He's done stuff, but generally he doesn't with the supermodel girlfriend or wife, whatever. He doesn't really need to. He's more like punching people in the face, just being badass.
They did do my girl pretty wrong, Priscilla Rashad. I mean, she was donezo in the first 10, 20 minutes.
Ooh.
They were
That's
she
shame,
said,
man.
She said,
she got the hackers got her, bro.
She probably said, wait a minute, you want me to play in a movie and I'm only going to be in for 15 minutes? Okay, I want $5 million for real.
In and out, man. Get that bag.
I know, right? Just like bam, 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 bam. But dude, this movie was really super enjoyable. And I was totally amazed with this film at the structure from start to end. There was a level of, I don't want to say rigid, but rigid in a good way. The structure of this movie was so good. No walking and talking, right? You talk about that all the time. Right into it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, wow. So The Beekeeper, and I was like, oh, okay. So it's like that. And I just couldn't, I was just totally amazed at the writing. The writing was really good. I was like, dude, this writing is really good. This was a really good film.
It was a fun movie too. It's kind of serious because the stuff that's going on there, and you got the president involved. But there's a lot of stuff going on. But I had fun watching it, man. I watched it twice. I was like, yo, this movie's fun. I had no issues with it.
You actually watched it more than twice. You said you saw it twice in the theater.
Well, I said theater in the theater. I saw it
exactly. Twice. Yeah. So it was just like, man, I'm just like, wow, this is a great film. Great writing, great direction. Showrunner was pretty
is on point. The action was really good.
Jason
and the thing is too,
good.
It's like stuff happened, and it wasn't like, oh, that's dumb. A lot of stuff that happened, I was like, all right, that's fair. I can totally see that. It's reasonable amounts of damage she could do, and how much she got hurt, whatever. It's all reasonable. It wasn't over the top ridiculous. Where I'm like, that. Come on, there ain't no way.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is I like the mystery about the beekeeper thing. I don't want to know what it is. As vague as possible and just little hints of it. That's great for me. Yeah. I appreciate that. The agency is kind of cool, and these guys are reckless, insane people doing stuff, but is the little hint of it here and there. I'm fine with that. I don't need a Beekeeper prequel movie or whatever, all that other nonsense. I don't need all that. But however, I would watch a sequel for this for sure.
Okay, so check this out. Based on what you said, and also based on the television series we saw, Citadel from Amazon, right?
Yeah, same kind of vibe.
Sort of the same concept. Ghosts, basically, that are created to make sure that things are proper, things work, right? Yeah. Nothing crazy is happening. These people are ghosts. They don't have IDs, social numbers, nothing like that, right?
Mhm.
So the beekeepers are the same thing. You know, they're ghosts basically, right? Can you
Yeah,
envision? Can you envision?
assassins or whatever.
Right? Can you envision this as a possible sequel where
I
the
hope
bee,
so.
yeah, where the beekeepers are actually doing stuff to make sure that things are right.
Mhm.
You know,
I
making
mean, that's the thing.
sure. You know.
I don't need to see everything about the organization. Like if they just follow this one guy
Hmm.
forward, I'm cool with that too.
Hmm.
I doubt they're gonna. I don't know. Like, I don't know how much money this movie made, or how well it's doing anywhere else. Because it seemed like it's very niche. Like this is right up my alley, but a lot of people they didn't watch it or they don't know about it. So, but like I I personally had a ball watching it,
Yeah, I had a
and
ball, man.
and so like that's what I'm saying. I could watch more of this universe or wherever this a sequel. I could totally watch more of that.
Yeah. So according to IMDb, this movie, the
Mhm,
budget was $40 million. This is a great movie with a budget of
mhm.
$40 million, right?
Oh, it looked
Come on,
great. It looked great.
look awesome, right?
Mhm.
Worldwide sales thus far are 152 million. It did pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah,
decent.
it did pretty good,
Yeah.
man. I mean, like again, like I said, I was really impressed with this film because it was. I like
Mhm.
Jason. You know, I don't know, maybe he does martial arts like in his like personal life, but he
No, it does,
knows
it
okay,
does.
he knows stuff, the way he moves and the whole
Yeah,
nine. I'm
yeah, he
just like,
moves
yeah.
now. He's like Keanu, like, when he moves, you're like,
Hmm.
I could see that guy's held a gun before. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, he's got that vibe of like, the same thing with Tom Cruise. Like, if you watch Tom Cruise in the action movie, you're like, "Yeah, that guy held a gun before."
Yeah. It's just the
If he's
muscle
doing
memory.
this,
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like, he's actually good. And
Hmm.
the same thing with Jason. Jason, when he's doing stuff in there, like, I can see him doing that in real life. And that's it's like there's certain actors that, like, it's like a huge departure when you watch them do an action movie, you're like, "Come on." Like, well, the movie we saw with J-Lo when she's, like, with the robots. I was like, "Come on, man. Like,
Come on,
this is
really?
stupid." It's dumb. Yeah.
The mech suit, J
It's
Lo is just like, you know, just really quickly when she got into the mech suit, I was thinking that they would have the back of the mech suit butt cut out so you can see J Lo's butt, and I'm just like, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So, listen, do you want to give a very brief overview about the beekeeper? Then we can like really get into it.
So basically, there is, I guess, an organization that's
Mm.
like stealing money from older folks, the retirement age people on their pensions, whatever. And this kind of overlapped with a lady that this guy was staying. He's staying in their barn. He's helping her with just cleaning up the yard or whatever. And she's how much money did she lose? Like $2 million, something like
Over
that.
$2 million, almost like
Yeah,
$4
it's like
million.
some kind of
dollars.
pension.
Hmm.
So he decides this beekeeper that's staying at her house decides to go look into this. And the first thing he does is burn down the place. And I was like, okay, I'm in. All
Hmm.
right, let's go. I'm in. I'm 100% in.
Yeah,
The first thing the security came up to him and was like, "Where do you think you're going?" And he's like, "I'm gonna burn this place down." And I was like, "All right, I'm in. I'm
that's
hundred
simple.
percent in right
It's
now."
just that
Yeah,
simple.
as
Get
simple as
to it.
that.
Hmm.
Walked in, slapped some people, burned the place down. I'm like, I'm in. Let's
Right.
go. And then you slowly discover that this guy used to be part of an agency, and he wrecked shop. That was
Hmm.
his job. And so, this thing's integrated into the government, and it is the president's involved. Like, it's absurd and fun. I
Yeah.
loved every minute of this movie,
Yeah.
and that is the plot of it, a ridiculous plot,
Yeah.
and he's just out for blood. It's a classic 1980s action movie.
It really
That's just like
is. I mean, this could
right?
have been a Bruce Willis film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're
This could have
turning
been
your
an Arnold
back, acting
Schwarzenegger
crazy out
film.
here,
You
like
know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying when I say action stars like,
Mhm.
coming up, it was really Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone with some,
Yeah,
Bruce Willis. The three of them, really was
yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger was there. But Jason is an action star, dude. He's an action star.
100%.
The Rock is an
I'm
action star.
upset, man.
All that
He should
stuff.
be he should be James Bond. I'm upset about that. I was upset when they picked down Craig over him. I was like, that's a shame.
Yeah.
They hate bald guys because Jason Statham, whatever his name is, like he's
Mhm.
great. He is awesome. Every all these kind of movies that I've seen and he's fighting, I'm like, yes, hell yeah, give me more of
Yeah,
this.
he's very believable when he's like doing his fight
Yes.
scenes, just like, hey,
Mhm,
so the thing about it is, so you are a ghost. You are trained to be a ghost. I mean, if you
mhm,
are in a government,
mhm,
definitely America, definitely Canada, definitely England, France, all these
mhm.
places, right? If you are trained to be a ghost, that means you're also trained to be a multiple killer. You can kill multiple
You
people,
got
you
you
know?
sleep like a baby at nighttime,
Exactly,
right?
So do you think like when like all of these like agents came to him and they had
Mhm,
guns, and it was about like
mhm.
10 or 12 of them and he took them all down.
Yeah.
Is that believable?
That is ridiculous. This was saying it was ridiculous, but fun.
Yeah.
I ate my popcorn same way, and I loving every minute of it. And so,
Yeah.
like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I movies like that, if it's the realism is just on the edge of this is ridiculous, but it's still a lot of fun to watch. I'm okay with that. I'll put my brain away. I'll enjoy the action, whatever. And the thing is, too, like, there's certain actors that are good at selling you this is nonsense. This is
Yeah.
utter nonsense. Like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, utter nonsense. It's ridiculous, all right?
For real.
But this guy starts running and shooting. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in. I'm gonna take my brain out. Like, let's just enjoy this thing. And this is a good movie for that. Like the action is over, especially like the in like the middle of the movie. There's this scene in this gas station where
Yeah.
this other assassin has a Gatling gun, and she's wrecking shop.
One of
She is mowing down cars,
and the gas
and I
station did not
in
blow
a
up from the Gatling
gas
gun.
station blow up, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, "This is ridiculous, and I love it. More of this."
Yo, what's when they were like, oh, the other beekeeper is coming, right? And I was like,
Yeah,
oh, this is gonna
yeah,
be
yeah. You're like,
beekeeper to
"Uh-oh."
beekeeper, right? And then they
Yeah,
bring out
yeah,
the
yeah,
goofy chick, right? And I was like, this is the bee killer, this goofy chick. I'm like, I'm
yeah.
waiting for her to like, I'm like, okay, where's the rest of the clown outfit for one? And she's also driving a pickup truck with a blanket over a Gatling gun in the in the
Giant
cab,
gun in the
in the
back.
cab, you know. And I was like, oh,
Giant
okay.
gun.
And I was like, oh, he's gonna take her out. He's gonna take her out because she just seems so goofy. And like they said,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
kind of messy. They were like, we can call up another beekeeper, but she's
Mhm.
very messy and fanatic. And that's what she
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
again, there were some obviously this is a movie, things are quite unbelievable. But like you said, it
Mhm.
was just fun too, just to watch it. I'm like, okay, this
Fun.
girl here, and then you
Mhm.
had the guy who gave him some real problems wasn't even associated with any government. He was just like some sort of a thug with one leg,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, he
Yeah.
used to be part of the beekeeper thing too. They
Oh,
fought
really?
before. That's how he lost his leg.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So yeah, man. So he gave the beekeeper some issues, but
Hey, some hassle, bro.
but he took him out too. He stabbed him a couple times and stabbed him in the throat. I mean, and the thing about it is like when this movie first started, right?
Mhm.
You had these how these people were grabbing money is like what people do today. A lot of this stuff is happening in other
No,
countries,
it's
right?
very real.
Yeah,
It's
uh-huh.
so real. I've
Yeah,
seen
so
it.
it's just like
I
so
yeah.
so these people, when they first attacked them, they
Mhm.
just brought out like normal regular Joe Schmoes and this guy just
Yeah, that
completely
ain't gonna work.
destroyed them. It's not going to
That
work.
ain't gonna work.
He was like, dude, he said, you know what? I'm gonna tie you up. I'm gonna put my pickup truck in reverse and drive it
To
off the
run up a
bridge,
bridge.
right? You know, and I'm gonna take your Range Rover in the
Mhm,
process.
mhm.
He cut his finger off. He was like, I'm gonna need access to your place.
Bro,
He cut his finger off. I was just like, wow, man, come on. This is
it's just
crazy.
wild. It is
Yeah.
so wild. This is the thing. It wasn't well, it was kind of gratuitous, but not too much. Like the
Hmm.
action was going on. It wasn't over the top. Like it was fun though. And that's more than anything else. You have to say this. If you haven't watched this movie, watch it because it's fun. It
Yeah.
is a lot of fun. And the things too, there's certain stars in movies that when stuff is going on I don't care about. I cared the whole movie. I was like, first, Felicia Rashad. Oh hell no, you can't be
Mhm.
messing with him. Yeah,
Mhm.
how dare you? Like, but
Pro-
so like it just
Professor
started.
Rashad, mind you, she is a professor at Howard University. You
Yeah,
know,
she's not a lawyer anymore. She's a professor.
no, exactly. She's a professor. Um, okay, so I kind of think that there could be a sequel, and there may be a sequel because
I'm down.
let's not forget the FBI agent, like Felicia's daughter, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Which was
and
also fun. She's good
she
in it
was
too.
fun. She was very
Mhm,
compelling. Her and her partner, like I said, man, there was no walking
mhm.
and talking, but her and her partner, especially, no walking and talking. They were like, yo, this is what we need to do. Let's go over here. This is what we need to do. Nothing in between.
Yeah,
There was no
just right to the point.
ridiculousness. Right to the point,
Just right
yeah.
to the point.
So
Yes.
I mean, it's not even the fact that, oh, this is like $1 billion movie or whatever. This movie is doing gangbusters. A lot of times, a lot of these films are just really good with really small budgets and were released in a very
Just right
small
to the point.
number of theaters.
Yeah, it wasn't like a huge release,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I caught this by accident. I got a free ticket to watch the first time,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Oh, all right, yeah, I'll watch this, Jason. I like him." I was watching, and then I was like, "Oh, this is great. I'll watch
Yeah.
this again. I'm gonna give them my money, man."
Yeah.
And it's just how I feel. Like I like these kind of movies where it's not part of a sequel. It's not some franchise from Disney. It's just like a fresh take on a new thing,
Brand new.
and you got the directors like, you know what? I like movies too.
Yeah.
Let me just have some fun. I'm all in for that.
And
It's great.
and that's what I thought. I thought like the writer, the director, the showrunner. I just thought that
Mhm.
this crew who put this movie together, it just felt like they really enjoy what they do. You know?
Yeah, you could tell. You could
Yeah,
tell.
you can tell just by the quality. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of stuff we see is just like, no, this is why'd you do this? Why'd you put this out? Your
Yeah,
creativity is
yeah,
like
yeah.
took a hit. Why'd you
Why do
do
you hate
this?
movies so
Yeah,
much?
exactly. Hey, movie director, why do you hate movies? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on. So, like,
Yeah, yeah.
again, this team, the team they assembled, man, they just seemed like they were having fun putting this together, shooting it,
Agreed.
writing it, showrunners, the director, the whole nine. And I'm just like, wow. And the reason why I think there could be a sequel, and I kind of think
Mhm,
there will be a sequel is because the FBI agent, the female who was the mother of the person who got shot, she kind of
mhm.
let the beekeeper go, right?
Yeah, she let him go. She let
Yeah.
him go. Even though
So
she
he's
shouldn't
still
have, she just let
around.
him go.
He's still
Yeah, yeah.
around. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, and he came prepared too because, oh boy, he put like backpacks in all locations.
Oh, yeah.
So he was
Ready
like,
to go.
yo, if I gotta like jump and like swim, I got like, snorkel set, like
Mhm.
oxygen tank, the whole nine. So I was just like,
Yeah, he
this guy came prepared, man. You know what I'm saying? He came prepared, like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, he came prepared, really. Okay. So
Mhm.
and then and that's how it kind of ended. It didn't end in any sort of weird way. And I don't know, man. I just feel like there is a sequel for this movie.
I hope so, man. I'm telling them,
Yeah. It
put
feels
a
like
petition together.
a part two, man. Doesn't it feel like a
It
part
should be.
two?
Yeah, yeah. No, it feels like there should be more, and I want more. More
Yeah.
of this. This is great.
If you took the Citadel, right? Which was
Mhm.
really good, right? The
Yeah, I
Citadel was
enjoyed it,
really
yeah.
good. Yeah. If you
Mhm.
took the Citadel and their crew, their crew of like killers, Ghost, right?
Mhm.
And then you took the Beekeeper, that crew of Ghost.
Mhm.
What would you want to see?
Ooh, that's a good one. I like Citadel for different reasons
Mhm.
because I like the whole memory thing. I like all that stuff. That's
It's a
interesting to
lot
me.
more
Like
tech,
it's a
right?
cool premise. Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah,
tech. It's like
yeah,
a cool premise.
hmm
This is like the straight grunt work up. I'm gonna put in the work on the ground
yeah.
and yeah, just shoot up whatever we gotta do. I like the simplicity of this, but I also like the tech thing. So I'll probably go with Beekeeper. I think I like Beekeeper a little bit more, but
hmm
the Citadel's fun because of the tech stuff,
Yeah, they got the
and
tech, man.
are they is there a season 2? Like, what are they doing? Are they making another one? I haven't heard nothing, man. I gotta be honest,
Dude,
I haven't heard. But it's Amazon, so like I
I
don't know
was
what the hell's
about to
going on.
say, this is Amazon. Do you know that season 2 was supposed to come out in January?
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised at all. The Amazon sucks. All right.
These ghosts are like boots on the ground, They're not going in, they're not, like hacking into systems. They go to kill, right? They're killers, right? The Citadel
Yeah.
is more tech. Remember, the Citadel owns they control the ability to turn off anything that is digital, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And like you said,
See,
with the
it's
memory and
fun tech
everything.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's totally different. Yeah, you're right. But the Beekeeper, man, this was a great film. Wow.
Mhm.
Wow, this was a great film. And I'm really impressed with like how it just started and how it ended. Right,
Mhm.
straight to
It
the
was
point.
you're on the edge of your seat the whole movie. And once this thing gets going, and when he shows up at the office with the two canisters, it
Forget
was
about
off
it.
for there. It was on. It's
Mhm.
going. And
That's it.
that was it was fun, wall to wall fun from here on out until the end of the movie.
Right. Before we wrap this up, I was gonna say this. when the bad guys shot up his beehives, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
over.
Oh,
It's
you done
over,
did it
dude.
now.
It's over. One thing you never do to a man is you shoot up his beehives. Forget about it.
That's
It's over.
facts. That is facts right there. That
And
is
I was like,
facts.
wow, man. So we are
Mhm.
talking about The Beekeeper. This was available in the theaters and now it is on Amazon Prime. Keo, what are you going to rate The Beekeeper?
I give it an 8.5. I liked it a lot,
Mm.
and I'm down for another one. Just action is on point. It's fun action. It's not ridiculous. It doesn't take itself too seriously. The acting it's fine, but like you're not. There's no part of this movie where you're like, oh come on, like what are we doing here? Like you
Yeah.
don't feel like that. Everything is just on point. Action's incredible on this thing. The fight scenes are really good. It kind of reminds me of Keanu Reeves and John Wick kind of stuff. Like it's just fun, but it's kinetic and it's just going nonstop. And so you want to turn your brain off, enjoy a good action movie. This is it.
Yeah. I am also going to give it an 8.5. I mean, I'm ranting and raving like, ooh, I really like this. You were thinking I'm going to give it a 10, but this just goes to show you a really
Mhm.
great film can still be an 8, an
Yeah,
8.5 or whatever.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So I thought the
yeah,
film was great, but I'm still giving it an 8.5 because I just think it's an 8.5. That's it. I want to see more
yeah.
of this probably.
I
But
do want to see more for
yeah,
sure.
but I think all the action was dope. The story was
Mhm.
great. The story the character building was great. The
Yeah.
entire arc from like start to end. Man, it just
Mhm.
kept going, you know. And if I had to like give that a rating, I would give that a 10, because it just started
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it just ended and it ended really well. It started well, it ended well. Everything in the middle was chunky. It was just a dope film. Go check it out. It's a fun film. It's on Amazon. You can check. I
Yeah.
mean, I was thinking I was gonna break it into 2 nights, but once
Mhm.
I started watching
Yeah,
it
just
at like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was 1 a.m. and I was like, oh, let me just finish it, dude. It's really good. So yeah, it was really good. So DJ Keo and myself, we both gave The Beekeeper an
Mhm.
8.5. Again, this is available on Amazon. Go check it out.
Mhm. Alright.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for checking out another episode of the Behind the Groove podcast. I am Basil Barrington.
I am DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.
Alright.